days, like biology standard 1, where the skin is the largest organ on the body. Okay, aka you've got to take care of it since it is protecting all your organs. So we're talking to Dr. Pholile Mpofu about what the skin actually reveals about our state of wellness. Doc, welcome back. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about, let's take a deep dive into what the skin is actually revealing to us about our stress levels, about our hormonal imbalances or balances, and just our state of fulfillment.
Yeah, the skin is really a big window to the inside of the body. Because when you look at a person, you can judge their hydration by just seeing the skin. Their nutritional level, when there are any deficiencies, vitamin deficiencies. You can see when there's iron deficiency, where there are systemic conditions like diabetes, infections. There are lots of things. Even some cancers can be detected through the skin. But stress is a very big trigger of many conditions of the skin. We know that because of stress, our acne is not controllable, rosacea is triggered, psoriasis is triggered, many conditions, allergies. Most infections, the person's immunity goes down, and then they become vulnerable to even infections. So stress is a very important aspect of our health, including skin. Hormonally, when there's a hormonal imbalance, we know that there might be pigmentation problems, there might be acne, there might be stretch marks. There are lots of changes. So many aspects of our health are indicated by the skin.
Dr. Pholile, let's talk about some of the common mistakes that we make in terms of our skincare routine that you may have observed as a dermatologist that you'd like to share some light or shed some light on, so that we become aware of these mistakes ourselves. Because oftentimes we do one thing repeatedly and we don't realize that actually what we are doing is wrong. We should not be applying so much of this lotion or staying in the sun for too long. Talk to us about some of the common skincare routine mistakes that we make on the daily.
Yes, not using sunscreen is a big one. Because many people feel that they are working indoors, they are not outside, they are not exposed, their skin color is dark, therefore they don't need protection. That's a very big mistake because it exposes the skin to harm, to early aging, to cancer, to pigmentation. But the other frustrating problem, a mistake that we do, is not to get professional diagnosis about our condition, but to generalize it and talk to other people about what might be the problem with our skins. So much time is wasted, so much harm results from this. The other thing is sourcing our products from unregulated suppliers. Sometimes the diagnosis is correct, the disease is definitely what it is, but the solution is not correct. We are getting from providers that are selling things that are not stable, that are harmful, that have ingredients in them that might be hormone dysregulators, that might be harmful, might have benzene, might have other products that are harmful. So sourcing from unregulated suppliers is a very frustrating problem also. And
Right.
Hello? And believing that expensive is better and not doing the basics that we're told. Wash your skin with mild cleanser, apply sunscreen, moisturize. You don't need heavy stuff, 10 steps of this and that, that exhausts you. And you then become so tired that you don't even do the basics.
That is very true. I think, look, I've got to say this, for anyone that's met Dr. Mpofu in person or at least interacted with her videos on social media, her skin, like, I believe everything she says because her skin is absolutely stunning. And just on that note, Doc, I want to talk about the role of aesthetic treatments. They are becoming increasingly popular, both for men and women. There's now even little packages, these little seemingly innocent little packages for younger consumers, if you will. So aesthetic treatments, what impact do they have on our self-esteem and how we see ourselves and how we put ourselves out in the world?
It's not our fault that we're living in an era where things are available. And we are not like our grandmothers who didn't have solutions. There's nothing wrong with aesthetic treatment, but there's something wrong with when you have a low self-esteem and to feel good, you have to do something. But normally, there's nothing wrong with looking after your skin, going for regular cleansers, going for regular facial treatments, microneedling regularly. We advise people to do it maybe 3 times a year, having chemical pills. But the condition has to be diagnosed properly so that the regime is chosen by a healthcare professional. There's nothing wrong with going for the treatment, but there's everything wrong with thinking it will solve your self-esteem problem.
Dr. Mpofu, let's talk.
It's called body dysmorphic syndrome. It's a condition of looking for solutions and you're never satisfied.
If we want to hear more tips from you, is there a website we can check out, or perhaps even your social media handles if you've got more frequently asked questions that our listeners would like to engage you on?
Yes. I'm on Instagram and at Dr. Mpofu.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Doc. I think for me, the big lesson is it really is ever about the skin. It hardly ever is. The skin just really reveals other symptomatic things that are happening within our being that require attention. But thank you so much for your value. You've contributed for many years on media platforms in South Africa, and I think it's time that the African continent gets to experience what you've got to offer. So we're going to follow you on Instagram. I know you've got a lot of valuable tips to share there. Thank you very much for the time.
I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Dr. Pholile Mpofu, who is joining us as a dermatologist, and I promise you, just go on her Instagram. I mean, her skin is, I remember Oprah talking to Beyonce the one time and saying, your skin is so gorgeous, I could lick your skin. Because it's so smooth. Well, I mean, it's a joke. Can you take a joke?
I know. I'm actually on her page.
Isn't she just like absolutely stunning? Her skin is flawless. Not a pimple, nothing. Stunning.
So her handle on Instagram is at Dr. Mpofu _dermatologist. And listen into some of the tips that she has, because when you see her face, you'll know these are the tips I need to follow. It's 30 minutes after 2 p.m. Central.